Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rulings regarding Ghusl. Doubts. 1. Doubting whether one has performed Ghusl at all. Sometimes, one doubts whether they have performed Ghusl at all or not, like when one doubts whether they perform Ghusl or not right after coming out of the shower. In this case, if an obligatory Ghusl has been incumbent upon them to perform, such as the Ghusl of Janaba, then they must re-perform the Ghusl, but the prayers that they have performed before that are valid. 2. Doubting the validity of one's Ghusl. If, in the middle of performing Ghusl, one doubts whether water has reached a certain part of the body or not, they must wash that part of the body again. However, if one doubts whether their Ghusl had been valid or not after finishing it, they must not pay any attention to their doubts and their Ghusl will be valid. 3. Doubting whether Ghusl has become incumbent upon them to perform or not. If one doubts whether they have any obligatory Ghusls incumbent upon them to perform or not, they do not need to perform Ghusl. An important point. If a person had known that they had become Junub or Ha'id, but they did not perform Ghusl because they were not familiar with the related Islamic laws, they must re-perform all of the prayers and fasts that they performed during the time that they had not performed Ghusl. However, they do not need to pay expiation for missing their obligatory fast during that time. But if one had not known that performing Ghusl had become obligatory upon them, like when one did not know that they became Junub, and then they realized it later, they must re-perform all the prayers that they performed from the time when Ghusl had become obligatory upon them up to the first Ghusl they had performed, whether it was an obligatory Ghusl or a verified recommended one, such as the Ghusl of Jummah or the Ghusl of Ihram. However, their fasts during this time are valid. Institute for compiling and publishing the works of Ayatollah Makarim Shirazi.